Welcome to Tush Twins, seen exclusively on MalcolmPresents.com, a streaming platform heard round the world and beyond. Again, I don't know where beyond is, but
None of us really know.
yeah, but I think our signal is being sent out, someplace in space,
Yeah, where the
or
aliens
we are
are.
spaced. I don't know.
There's aliens out there. They gotta eventually come
There
around.
are.
There
There
are
are.
aliens.
But anyway,
There
guys,
are
this is Malcolm
aliens.
Berman, and these are my
Are
the two cheeks,
the two
Max
cheeks.
and
Cheek,
Paula,
I'm cheek
or
two.
I'm
Rusty,
Cheek
or whatever she wants to
One.
be called.
I'm Rusty. I'm Paula.
Yep.
Paula.
Paula Rose.
Um,
I'm Rose
r-
Faith. Faith Rose.
Anti
She can't
cuckoo.
fit one personality.
Magic Cuckoo. I
Anti
have
cuckoo is the most one.
Yeah, I'm really a cuckoo.
And you're
Anyway,
a
cuckoo
god
guys.
Maja. Okay.
God Masha.
God Maja. And yeah, so I'm
So
um
what do we want to
I'm
start off with?
Maxine Faith, and we're the Tush twins, so you know the deal. We go back centuries,
Millions of years.
millions and
But
beyond.
Actually,
because
you
it's
go.
about time, it's about
Oh,
space.
actually, you can
About
say
two
you go back.
girls in
You
you
can go back
mid
centuries.
We
Yes,
do.
we do.
We go back to
We may have been,
mid-century.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
you were
we
best friends
may have
last century.
been, we were, and we may have been years and years before that in another lifetime.
Do 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 do
Right.
do
Where I
do.
saw Shirley MacLaine, right? So,
Yet we know Shirley MacLaine.
fellow redhead. There you go.
Back then.
Ain't
Anyway,
they
guys, we want to talk
see
about
me now?
this is the last week of the
Yeah,
Olympics.
we were talking about the Olympics. So this is like the Olympics part trois. We had part un,
The
deux,
Olympic
and
wrap
this
up
is
before it's
trois.
wrapped up.
Un, deux, trois. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but this is trois.
Uno, due,
And
tre, quattro, cinque, sei.
yeah, that's that'll be, I don't know when it's going to be in
Italian.
that country, or Latin, whatever, or Italian. It's going to be in LA in 2028.
2028.
We're looking at getting tickets. We'll see what happens.
I remember when, I forget when the Olympics was here, 82,
84.
84.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
think.
in LA. And
Right.
they said, oh, it's going to be such a massive car. The traffic jams are going to be massive.
People ran away. People left LA.
People who lived in
Yeah.
town did not
Well, my
left.
friend went to the Olympics in Paris. He's a pilot. He used to fly for United. And during COVID, all these people that were on the flight got really agitated and nasty. So he quit and he started flying for FedEx. And he says, the boxes do not talk back. It's so pleasant.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Be
a good
funny if a
one.
box did talk back, right?
So
Hey.
he was in Paris for 3 days, and he went to 3 days to the Olympics, and he said there was empty, gone to anything he wanted to get into.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
A lot of the venues look pretty filled. I guess the top ones were filled.
Well, the tennis, of course, is filled, but
Well,
he
so
went.
was the gymnastics and the swimming and
He was in the
the
gymnastics.
volleyball.
He went to gymnastics.
Yeah, I don't
for
know
the
if
men's and women's.
I don't know if the ping pong.
That was the weirdest thing watching them do that ping pong. Like the
Yeah.
girl, the women, and she looked like she was a 10-year-old boy
She probably
from
was.
China.
Or
They had this
10-year-old woman.
woman who was, I think, 51 or 61 from the China team, and she got to round 32 and lost.
Aw.
That's how far she got, and she was like the
Oh,
oldest.
I don't know who would go see ping pong. You know the difference between table tennis. You know the difference between table tennis and ping pong?
The
The
net?
table's shorter.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
and also in table and ping pong, you have to bounce the ball before the net to get over.
Right.
Okay.
In tennis and table tennis, you hit directly to the other side.
Interesting.
It's weird. It's weird.
Everything's weird.
Well,
So
I
the
don't see
wait, the motto for the Olympic Games is
Weird?
games wide open. In French is Ouvrons grand les jeux, represents the goal of delivering a more responsible, inclusive, and equal and spectacular games. And the mascot is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. The mascot it's pronounced frige, and it's a hat,
It's a hat.
and it's a hat. It resembles uh people say it looks like a poop emoji, but or even some people said it even looked, I won't even say it, it's a
No, don't
woman's
say it if
part,
you can't pronounce it.
a female part. And they call but anyway, it has revolutionary spirit. It is a nod to the cap, the Frisian cap, which was revived from Roman times when freed slaves would used to wear it. The revolutionaries adopted it as a testimony to the values of freedom and emancipation for both men and
All
women.
the information that we really don't care about.
I know, but people were looking at what is this thing? I mean, no, I can't literally. The historical symbol seemed overshadowed by its apparent resemblance to a female. It starts with a Clitoris. That's what that's what they were saying. No one knew what the hell this was, and apparently it's a very near and dear symbol, and people are buying it like crazy, even
I
though it's the
want one.
weirdest
Yeah.
thing.
Men,
It's
men
just
or women.
I don't know. I, I guess because of what it looks like, maybe men. Maybe they'll use it as a couch pillow. Ha ha, that's a joke. Anyway,
Yeah.
you know why I said
Yeah.
that.
Speaking about Senator Vance.
And I'm not speaking about Vance.
Oh,
I
okay.
am gonna say one thing though, because they picked VP, and now I'm missing the whole thing. But the gist of it, if I can find it, is
Timothy Walls,
Timothy Walls, it's pronounced Walls, and he is the governor of Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Minnesota, and he likes to go ice fishing. Yeah, that's it.
Mm.
Is that a what the hell is that?
I don't know
It's
what
a
Is it?
that looks
hat.
like.
They wear that in the French Revolution. Yeah.
I know, but it's
I
just
recognize it, but it's
It
weird.
looks like a
it.
teapot with a handle on wrong.
I don't know what it
Uh,
looks like. To me, it's the
it's a
weird.
hat.
Well,
It's
I know we're talking
ugly.
about the Olympics, but I'm briefly going to switch to this because I looked at what like the 19 like kind of facts about Tim Walls, and one of it
Balls.
was he named a highway after Prince and signed the bill in purple ink. He said, "I think we can lay to rest that this is the coolest bill signing we'll ever do." And he signed the
And he's
legislation
right.
Yeah.
naming a stretch of Highway 5 the Prince Rogers Nelson Memorial Highway. So he named it after
Yay.
Prince. He named it after Prince, and he signed it in purple ink. Purple. Yeah, it's cool. Cool.
Yeah, well, Prince made
Purple ink.
Minnesota famous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That well,
Yes.
he
So,
certainly is one of
didn't
the
Bob Dylan come from there?
I think originally, right? Was he
Yeah.
born there?
Originally,
Yeah,
yes. His
Bobby
family came
Zimmerman.
from it. Bobby
Bobby
Zimmerman.
Zimmerman. Yes,
Bobby
indeedy.
Zimmerman went from Zimmerman to Born Again to back to Zimmerman.
He was just in some. He was at the Hollywood Bowl recently with the whole group of people with Willie Nelson.
I know. I was trying to get tickets for that for here. They
Well, they're
had it.
doing they're doing
They're doing a tour.
the
Yeah,
yeah. They're also is it Timothy Chalamet? What he's doing Dylan, a movie.
Dylan. Yeah,
He's
yes.
doing anyway. I wonder how that's
That's
gonna
gonna be
turn out.
interesting.
Yeah, they try to make him look as much like him. He can sing, luckily, the kid. He went to music
Hmm.
and art.
Well, then he can't play Dylan because Dylan can't sing. I mean, he has a weird voice.
Well,
Yeah,
his
but
his
he is
his
an artist.
voice when he was younger was better. Now, I've seen Dylan in his B game and his D game, and yeah, his D game is
Saw
is
him
not
in Madison Square Garden
it's
two
not.
nights in a
Yeah, I saw
row.
him in Madison Square Garden. I also
You
saw
were with
his.
me with one time
Also,
with
I saw
Mark.
the they had the celebrity like birthday or 50 something big thing in the garden, and I saw him in Connecticut.
Yeah,
Uh,
I saw him in Greenwich Village before he was famous. He was
hmm.
famous in Gertie's Folk City in Greenwich Village.
I have for Folk City. Bob
Bob Dylan.
Dylan. Yeah,
was
with
at
Elvis
the
Costello. I love Elvis Costello.
this was at the arena at Harbor Yard in Bridgeport.
Harvard
And
Yard.
he was
Harvard.
playing with, look what he was playing with, Elvis
Elvis
Costello
Costello, I've
and
seen
Amos
him.
Lee. Okay, Elvis
Wow.
Costello came out with just his guitar. Okay, it was just
He's the
him. Okay, but you know who the best performer was that entire night?
oh,
Amos Lee.
Amos. I've
If
never
I had
heard
to
of
pick,
Amos Lee, but I'm not that much into music.
excellent. Check him out. He's wonderful. And
But yeah,
he was the warm-up act who was to me, he was way up there. But we
I went to see
digress.
Elvis Costello and They May Be Giants with my cutest date ever,
Yeah.
Joshua Margot.
Oh well,
He took
uh,
me out to see
they're
him.
big. They're big.
He took me because his fiance at the time did not want to go see Elvis Costello.
so you got
Well,
stuck.
there's some controversy about him and Israel, but I won't go into
Yes,
that.
I know. But this
Okay,
is
well,
before all that happened.
yeah.
But anyway, what the hell does
Now
this
I
have to?
won't see him.
What does it have to do with the Olympics?
What does that have to do
I'll
with the
tell
Olympics?
you.
Tell me.
You know, one thing, you know, the big deal about the national anthem, you know, everyone gets all, you know, emotional when it's played, when you
Right.
win the gold medal. And it's, you know, having done the anthem, you're doing the anthem
Tomorrow.
tomorrow at the, could you just explain which team this is? Because
I am
Malcolm wanted to know which affiliate it
I
was.
am
Is it
I go
affiliated or not?
to it's affiliated with the Canadian Baseball League. It's Canadian. So the
Canadian
major,
Baseball League? Oh my God.
yes.
That's funny.
So we play like people, like last week I went to a game and they play the New Englanders and they play Quebec. I think they're playing Quebec this week. They play Toronto. They have a few more teams like from Maine. They have
So,
different
so,
teams
so it's
from,
international, huh?
it's international, yes. So it's fun and the stadium is small. It's old,
Yeah, well,
but it's small.
yeah, going to minor league games is sometimes more fun than professional. Professional,
I love it.
you know, you don't really see the ball players. You're far away. You see it on the screen. You go to
Mm-hmm.
the minor leagues, you're right up close. In fact, most of the players you could talk to, you go to the rails and they'll come over and talk to you because they're happy to be playing
And
baseball.
people are weird. Now, these people are weird. A lot of them come with these big beer bellies with this cape. The miners, they're like Superman outfits, but the miners with the hat, looks like mining
Well,
hats. The, te-
what are the minors? Just explain because
the
people,
miners
it could be
are a
minor
team.
league, right? But it's
No,
not
the
that.
miners is named because in our area, in northern New Jersey, there are a lot of mineral mines, which one of them was owned by Thomas Edison right in Ogdenburg. It's a phenomenal mine and a
Thomas
lot of
Edison, the name sounds familiar. Did he ever play baseball?
yes, he did.
Thomas
Below,
Edison,
but there's a lot of mines in all around this area where I am in northern New Jersey.
right?
So that's why we're called the miners. It's not because we're a minor league, but because
You're
we
minors,
dig dirt
literally.
and take out minerals.
Wow. So you're singing with a group tomorrow of
Yes,
women who are
harmony and
doing the anthem.
motion,
But, but,
and we're singing the national anthem. And then
We know a thing or two about national anthems, don't
yes,
we?
we do. We
Because
do.
okay, tell us your story.
we
Yeah,
basically coordinated the Tokens
we
1998
did
anthem.
coordinate it. Not basically, we did.
We did, and we don't get enough credit for it.
We never did, and we won't. But we did that. We got them
We
all
know we
together.
did it, but the
Well,
world doesn't really know. The
okay,
world
We
needs
what
to
should.
did you
know.
do? We all know it. Tell us a story.
What did we do?
What did
You
you do?
try to book 5 guys or 4 guys, or in a case, 3 guys and me for 15
Yes.
games, because I sang with about 12 to 15 teams.
Yeah, but
Uh,
almost
but,
half of them. Yeah.
but almost, yeah, not quite, but almost half. And try to get them to say, yeah, you can do the anthem. Yeah, we need to make arrangements to get them there. Trains, planes, automobiles, hotels, meeting,
Mm-hmm.
you know, getting the okay again from the staff at the games, all the
Yes.
teams, every single team. And if you think that's easy, guess again.
Not.
And plus
And
wondering and
if
hoping
it's
it
gonna
wouldn't
rain,
rain, right?
oh
We
my
almost
God.
had one.
in Montreal.
Right, because we thought it was a dome, but they took the
Yes.
dome. They didn't.
So
Right. So the
Dum,
game was
dum,
they got
dum.
postponed.
they got postponed. They played 5 innings, so
Yeah.
it was an official game, so we
Right.
were able to be counted. We
Right.
are in the Guinness Book of World Records
Right.
as singing at the time all 30
Right.
baseball stadiums in one season, and we're still number one.
Ah,
No one's going to repeat that. They're too not crazy enough. I don't know. We thought that it's the anthem is underrated. People a lot, Mark Cuban tried to get rid of it at the NBA, his team. He think no one's playing, no one's caring. Who cares? But the athletes, I mean, we did this incredible
well,
thing. Go online and Google it. You'll see the Tokens
yeah,
1998
I mean,
anthem
I
tour.
remember when I went to baseball games, I'm talking about the 70s and 80s. Before each game, any of the major sports, you stood up for the national anthem.
Right. Well, it
We
happened
still
because
do.
basically, I mean, it's a whole history of it and the history of, I mean, we sang at Fort McHenry
That
where
was
Francis
amazing. I
Scott Key,
That was a
cried.
I
Raise
literally,
the flag.
right. And I sang, the ramparts we watch on the ramparts. I mean, we were on the ramparts singing that.
What
That
was
Yes.
okay,
freaking,
for those who don't know, what exactly is a rampart?
uh,
I thought a rampart was
It's
a.
okay. Rampart is where it's
it's
like
part of the
mound.
no, it's a structure that helps keep out uh bad, it's a fort, so
The fort.
it protects the fort. It helps protect the fort.
The fort.
And
Mhm.
and
But it's a
he
mound of dirt, and so
no,
you
it's not
could
really
you
a
could
dirt. No, it's a structure.
well,
But
I thought it was the horns of a rampart. Never
uh
mind.
uh-huh. Very funny. We're getting way
it's
off
a
topic
wall
and
of a castle having a broad top and
right.
a typically a
I,
stone
yeah, I
parapet.
said it. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yes, that's it's
Because
And
a
we
fortification and
Yeah, it protects the
surrounds as a
fort.
rampart.
it's where
Yeah,
Yes.
the
and so
soldiers would shoot out to the
well,
other side,
I
protecting the
would
fort.
also protect them from shooting coming in.
Right.
Uh, but the bombs were bursting in air, obviously. But the flag, they had to
Was
protect the
still there.
flag. The whole idea was Francis Scott Key somehow got involved in making sure that the flag was protected and would tell those protecting the fort that. And the flag would
I thought Francis Scott Key from my thing was he was a prisoner or he was on the British ship.
not that I'm aware of.
No, he
Is
wasn't
that
on the
was
British ship. He was
No,
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 he was in Fort
not
McHenry
that. I
watching the
mean,
British ship.
or he was and then in the morning, he saw the U.S. flag still flying.
no, that I don't think is.
Anyways, wrong
I
fairy
don't think
tale.
that's correct, but we'll bring that into next week.
Anyway, tell me about the Olympics. For
Anyway, the
crying out
Olympics.
loud.
So just some funny things about the Olympics. There's a few memes. One of a few of them. Uh, they call it the city of love. Paris is a beautiful city,
It is just the
uh,
people.
and so the those who organized it were embracing the romantic side of it. And reports indicate that a staggering 200,000 male condoms and 20,000 female condoms
Yeah.
have been distributed to athletes, staff, and press at the Olympics.
Pray tell, what is a female condom?
I don't. I was going to look up what that it must
I
unless it's
don't
some
really
sort of.
want to know.
It's a rubber thing. So
It's a rubber thing.
speaking of condoms and guys, okay.
I knew you'd bring this one up.
Well, let's go into the pole vault. It's perfect. It's
Okay.
perfect. Anthony Amorati, an Olympic, aka the Olympic baguette. I don't know. This was really something. The pole vaulter failed to clear 5.70 meters and failed to qualify for the final because of what appeared to be a large bulge in his tight pants. A large bulge which knocked the bar from its perch and sent thousands of internet comedians into immediate overdrive. Here's a quote. When you're about to win an Olympic medal, but your massive dick gets in the way, the whole world watches in slow motion. um, Oh,
Too bad we can't put that clip up there because I've seen that clip
oh,
so many times.
oh, he brought that
Oh my
baguette.
God.
He brought that baguette to the game, and I see big things in his future. Were some of the
Ooh.
many things
Hmm?
that were quoted.
He
Uh,
might not have gotten the gold medal, but boy, does he have a date. I don't know if is he married or not?
I don't know, but one quote was spend a decade training, counting every calorie, measuring every vital, getting 8.5 hours of sleep every night, only to lose out an Olympic medal because your dong wasn't tucked. Devastating. Apparently, he did not tuck or something. We don't know.
Yeah,
Usually, guys tucking, they have like a thingy,
a
they,
cup.
a cup or something, right? I mean,
Well, I guess they
I
don't.
mean, if you're running and jumping, I mean, especially if you're jumping high jump or pole vault, I mean, you got to keep that thing
Gotta keep
secure.
that thing in place.
Got to keep the junk in place, as they say. So that's been a meme. And then the next meme on a less sexual note is Steven Nedorosik, aka Pommel Horse Guy, aka Clark Kent. He
Oh my
came,
God, he's
he
so
came,
cute.
he saw, he
God.
pommeled. That can almost be the thing. That's a little weird too. But anyway,
They
he
just have a
Oh
dirty
my
mind. I don't know.
God.
he became an unlikely gymnastics hero. He's a Penn State alum with a degree in electrical engineering, whose hobbies include timing himself involving Rubik's Cube, which he can do in like 10 seconds, apparently. And he only
Mm-hmm.
specializes in one apparatus, and the only reason he was there was to be on the pommel horse.
Hmm.
So, and he nailed it because he was the last guy in the all arounds, and it was up to him to win, so that the
Yeah.
team USA men could get a bronze. And one person on Twitter said he pummeled the hell out of a horse. I didn't make this up. And this almost goes with the other thing. Uh, but he helped the team win the first medal since 2016. Uh, and he wears glasses, but when he goes on the pommel horse, he takes off the glasses. That's why they call him Clark
Well, Kent.
Kent and
Okay.
Superman. And anyway, he's become like a big breakout star of this, which is terrific. But anyway, that's it. But back to the
But the
we're talking
Olympics, the United States won the most medals, 79.
so
But we
far,
only
yeah.
won 21 gold so
Yeah,
far.
yes.
Only
Yeah, but China won 22,
Oh,
but
yeah. Okay.
they only won 56 medals, but they're in first place for gold
only
so far.
I
well,
know, but the big news was that Taiwan, the men's doubles in badminton, was won by Taiwan over China.
ooh.
Yeah.
And China made they made the
Well, the
badminton.
Badminton.
yeah, well, there's been a lot of talk about there were a number of Chinese athletes in the last Olympic or one before that were they were doping. And so Michael Phelps is, he said he doesn't at this point, he said it should be if they were banned
Yep,
that time, they should never be allowed back in, and they have to do a much better job of
they
testing.
really do.
And there could be, anyway, but the Chinese are also amazing, their diving skills, the women,
Oh
both
my God, I
men
was
and women,
watching them yesterday.
they're
Oh,
incredible. They're incredible. And when you watch them, they're just magnificent to see. They're just
yeah.
fabulous. But anyway, I saw one of the races, the bike race, and this it was the bike race through Paris, and then it goes up to Montmartre, to where Moulin Rouge is, that area. It's very hilly there. It's like San Francisco, and then the church is there. You've been there, right? I'm sure, to that area,
Yes.
Paul. So
Yes, I have.
so anyway, so there were two leaders for like very long time, and they're going through the race, and the US person uh was kind of back in the pack a little bit. And
Oh, excuse me.
she started to move up as they got to like 8 meter, 5.
Mm-hmm.
And when they got to 3, she darted out in front of the leaders and left them in the dust.
Mm.
She left them in the dust. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it. Here I was saying, she will never win. She's in the back. And she gets through somehow. Her name is Kristen Faulkner, and she shockingly won a gold medal in the women's road race. It was insane. It was insane. Like, that was to me one of the most exciting things I've seen.
You,
Her coming
you,
from nowhere.
you talk about second gear. I always marvel at let's say like the 1500-meter race where they're running and they're all tied, and all of a sudden someone from third or fourth place all of a sudden takes off,
Right,
and they leave everybody in the dust.
right.
But
But
did you
look,
watch? This is really weird to me. It's the first time I've ever seen this mixed relay racing, the women
yeah,
and
they've had
men.
it a number of times.
I've
Yeah.
never seen,
They
this
had
is the
it,
first time.
they have it in track and field and in
Yeah,
swimming.
But I've never
I don't
seen, it's the
remember
first time in
watching.
the Olympics. Oh my God. Did you
No,
see the woman?
no, they've had it. They've had it. It's not the first time, I don't believe,
Oh,
that they've had
it was
mixed.
great.
Well, speaking about the
Yeah.
races, I love that lady the girl who won the 100-meter race.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
from St. Lucia.
San
That
Lucia.
Several,
was
yeah.
that was I was like, that was
I,
fabulous.
I love the emotions, that are released. I can
Yeah.
That
feel that,
carry.
and they showed, and they had the cameras in St. Lucia.
Right. It was fantastic. And there's like amazing people. They get very emotional. The
Mhm.
golfer, Scotty Scheffler,
Yeah,
Yes,
he
yeah,
won
yay.
he was.
gold,
We
and
watched.
he couldn't contain himself
Yeah.
when they played the anthem. It's just something that you're doing this for your country. I mean, you are doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for your country. And most of the athletes know it. Some of the athletes sing it and some don't. I don't, you know, that's a
Yeah,
toss-up
yeah.
question. Like, you would think if you win a gold, you're gonna like at least mouth the words,
Mm.
but they don't
Mhm.
always do that,
Yeah,
which
some of
is,
that. Well,
Some
they
can't
had.
sing or they don't know the words.
well, they're not gonna, how do you, well, you should know the
Eh,
anthem, but that's,
Well,
I get
there's
confused
different
with some of
anthem.
I get confused sometimes some of the lyrics.
do you?
No,
If
not
I got
after.
confused, then I would be in big trouble.
Well, my
I'm
favorite thing is
I
singing
sang
it
it
in
enough.
French.
Yeah. Well,
Ribbit.
yeah,
Ribbit.
we
the
had to send
Marseillaise
it
or
to,
the national anthem.
no, we had to send the French national anthem, the Canadian national anthem.
In French.
We had to record it. So Mitch had to
Yes.
sing it, the American American anthem, and then he had to do the anthem of the
Canada.
French in
Right.
French. So he sends the first stanza in French, right? We went to the
Hmm.
dealing with the
I,
people there. Oh my God. Then they send the thing back. He needs to do 2 stanzas. And then we had to
yeah,
get it there in time. Talk about FedEx. Mitch had to record it and send
yep,
it like right out. And then after all of it, the other team that we had to record it was for Boston.
Boston.
They required that it be done, they want you to sing it ahead of time. You just mouth it or something. But we didn't mouth it. I didn't sing it. Actually, that was the only time they needed an extra person, then they threw Les in.
I remember.
Remember Les? And you know what Phil and Mitch said to him? If you say anything comes out of your mouth, we will like beat you silly. Just it was a thrill for him though, because how often do you
Hmm.
get to do that at Boston Red Sox Stadium? But anyway, it's something about the anthem, and these times when we're so divided in this country, and
We're
you have to
divided from
pick
the
something,
world. Yeah,
When was
unfortunately, we're too divided in this country.
yeah,
We should be one.
yeah. And I'm hoping that this new ticket is gonna do something. I think it is actually giving the other
How
side.
old is Waltz?
60?
I think he's 60, so
Okay,
he's young.
still
He's like
younger.
he's like he has a great background.
Hmm.
He's also a gun owner. He's an ice fisherman. You know,
Well,
he
I
doesn't,
don't think he's
he,
but I don't think he's a member of the NRA now.
no, he used to be, but
He
he
used to be,
dropped out of it.
and he gave
He's
the
very pro gun, you know,
gun
that
control.
you need to be gun control and you need background checks.
Absolutely.
You know, he's for kids' lunches. Kids should have lunch in school, and if you can't pay
Yes,
for
I
it, you
do.
should still have it. There's something wrong with that.
Yeah,
Reproductive rights, you
yeah.
know, I
I was just reading where the Republicans and Vance said they offered support the kids and everything. He voted against.
you know,
Or he was an abstention when it came to refunding the children's lunch funding in the
who?
Vance.
Vance.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you
He's,
got the name, and that's why I said it. But anyway,
J.D.
well,
Vance.
don't forget, I'm a useless cat woman.
all right, where's your
So I
cat?
don't have children.
Where's your cat? Meow. Yeah, I don't
Anyway,
know.
guys, major bulletin, breaking away. U.S. women won.
You,
They're
U.S.
on to the
women.
next round.
Oh, okay.
Now I don't know whether it's
Ooh.
for. I don't know whether I don't remember whether it's semifinal or the finals.
Were they playing the semifinal now?
I think
I don't
so.
know. I don't know. They have too many rounds for me.
Because when's the
I
I
think
NBA
know.
finals?
there's
This
so
weekend,
many.
right?
You have to do three things before you can do the final, and you're exhausted. Like I think Biles and just we can end with this. Biles and
Suni?
no, not Suni.
She was
My
great
brain.
too.
No,
Um,
they did
the,
medal in the last in I think
well,
the
they
balance beam.
medaled. They got a bronze and a silver,
Silver.
but they
That was the mats where they did the flipping, but I don't think they did it in the balance beam. I think
no, the
both of them
balance
fell off.
beam. Like four people came off the balance beam. That was kind of weird, right there. I don't know. But anyway, I'm trying to get the name of the Brazilian young lady who
Oh yeah, well,
is
that was. Did you see the
uh
acceptance the speech that Biles made at the
uh
end? Praising the Brazilian, how
yeah.
good she was.
Yeah, she's a big fan of hers,
Hmm.
especially since she yeah, it's
And the
yeah,
same thing
listen.
I was
Okay,
I don't
so
know if you saw the
this is
tennis
it.
that
The the Brazilian woman is Rebecca Andrade.
hmm,
Oh, what happened to you? Paula,
Paula
hold
left.
on. No, I think we have you on speaker.
Hi,
What?
froze.
You froze.
You froze.
My thing just disappeared. There's some storm coming and everything in my house is blinking.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
I
think
don't even have internet right now. My
I-
internet's gone.
I think we're over time anyway,
we're
man.
over time already.
Okay, I just want to let you know my internet is down.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
okay. Well, thank you for joining us. Be
All right. Thanks
careful.
for coming. I just wanted to mention that Simone Biles, Jordan Charles bowed to Brazil's Rebecca Andrade. She won the floor exercise, and they kind of even bowed, like, you know, to give her major props. So
Right.
I thought that was really great sportsmanship.
I think that's great.
So anyway, all
Anyway, guys,
right.
let's go before
Bye,
you fade out
everyone.
All
or I
right.
fade out.
Let's all not fade out. We'll check in later.
Okay.
Okay, guys, thanks.
Arrivederci.
What the
Arrivederci.
finals of this weekend, the final ceremonies. Let's see if
Bye.
Ciao.
what they have planned, so
Me.
they'll what the French have planned, so they could be critiqued
Yeah,
at
we'll
the end.
see. See what the
Anyway,
plan. We'll see what the plan is on
have a great week.
All right. Hasta la bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.